Good morning. Welcome to ABCM Online. And my name is Teacher Sam.
My name is Teacher Bo.
And we are K2/7. And today we're going to be learning all about different types of tools. Okay, so here we have our toolbox. And we're going to be learning the names of different types of tools that we might find inside our toolbox. And what do they do? Okay, are you ready?
Yes, we are.
Okay, let's go. So, our first tool for today, what could it be?
Ta-da!
Okay, our first tool for today, here we have a hammer.
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 And a hammer is very, very heavy. And a hammer is heavy, so it can help us knock in nails. We often use a hammer to knock in nails. Hammer.
Hammer.
Okay, next. So our next tool for today that we might find in our toolbox, what could it be?
What is it? Ta-da!
Okay, here we have a saw.
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 Now, as you can see, a saw is very, very sharp. We have lots of sharp, pointy points on our saw. And this helps us to cut through hard objects. Saw.
Saw.
Okay, next. Our next tool that we might find in our toolbox, tool number 3.
Oh my goodness, what do you mean? Okay.
Okay, next. Our next tool that we might find in our toolbox, tool number 3. What could it be?
What is it? Ta-da!
Here we have a screwdriver.
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 And we use a screwdriver to screw in nuts and bolts. Screwdriver.
Screwdriver.
Okay, so here you can see we have different shaped screwdrivers depending on what screws we are using. Okay, so here we have a flat one and here we have a round one. So it depends on what screws we're using, depends on what screwdriver we use. Screwdriver.
Screwdriver.
Okay, next. So our tool number 4. What could it be? Now this is an electrical tool. So this is something that we use using electric. What could it be?
What is it? Ta-da!
Wow, here we have a drill.
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 Well, as you can see, the drill is electric and we can use a drill to make holes in very, very hard surfaces. Drill is very, very loud and is very, very dangerous. So when we use a drill, we need to be careful of our hands and our fingers. Drill.
Drill.
Okay, next, our next tool. So tool number 5. What could it be?
What is it? Ta-da!
Here we have a spanner.
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 Good. So as you can see, a spanner has a space at the top. And what a spanner does is it helps us turn around things that we can't use with our fingers. Spanner.
Spanner.
Spanner helps us turn around and tighten things that we can't use our fingers for. Spanner.
Spanner.
Okay, next. The next thing that we have in our toolbox. Tool number 6, what could it be?
Ta-da!
Okay, here we have a bolt.
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 Now, as you can see, we have 2 parts of our bolt. And what we use our bolt for is to attach things together. Bolt.
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 So again, we have one large, long part and one short, small part. Bolt.
Bolt.
Okay, and to use a bolt, what we do is we get our long part of our bolt and we can attach that to the small part of our bolt, and in the middle we can place something to attach things together. Bolt.
Bolt.
Okay, next. And our last thing that we can use. Now this is something that we can use with some of our tools. And this is something that we use our tools to make things. What could it be?
What is it? Ta-da!
Wow, so here we have wood.
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 Now we get wood from the trees. And we can make lots and lots of different things using wood. And to make things using wood, we use different tools. So to use on wood, we might use our saw to cut through our wood. Okay, we might use our hammer to knock in nails into our wood. So this is wood.
Wood.
Okay, and there's our different types of tools. Things that we might find in our toolbox. So we have a hammer,
Hammer.
saw,
Saw.
screwdriver,
Screwdriver.
drill,
Drill.
spanner,
Spanner.
bolt,
Bolt.
wood.
Wood.
Okay, good job everyone. Okay, next we have our worksheet for today. Okay, this worksheet is asking us to cut the colored paper and paste on the tools. Okay, so here we have 1, 2, 3 different tools. Can you remember the names of these 3 different tools? So tool number 1, we have a, what is it? Hammer.
Hammer.
Good job. Okay, tool number 2, here we have our spanner.
Spanner.
And our last tool, do you remember the name of tool number 3? Saw.
Saw.
Good job. So here we're going to cut the colored paper and paste onto our 3 different tools. Okay, so to do this, we're going to use colored paper,
Color paper.
glue,
Glue.
scissors.
Scissor.
Okay, so the first thing we need to do to complete our worksheet, we need to get our colored paper and we're going to use our scissors to cut them into small square shapes. So the first step to making our small squares is we're going to fold.
Fold.
And we're going to fold again. We're going to fold again. Okay, and then when we open, as you can see, we have lots and lots of lines down our paper. Okay, then what we're going to do is we're going to turn our paper around and we're going to fold, fold, and fold again. Okay, and there we have lots and lots of small squares on our colored paper. Next, what we're going to do is use our scissors to cut. We're going to cut along the long lines. Okay, and then when we cut along the long lines, then we're going to cut along the short lines. And when we cut along the short lines, we should have very, very small squares. Okay, so here we have our small squares. What we're going to do is use our small squares to color our different tools. Okay, so what we're going to try and do is use 2 different colors on each tool. Okay, and we're going to use our small squares and we're going to paste them onto the paper. And what can we use to paste our squares onto the paper? What should we use to get it to stick? We need to use some glue.
Glue.
So what you're going to do is get a little bit of glue on your fingertip. And you're going to paste that onto the paper. Okay, and when you're pasting it onto the paper, you're going to use a little bit of glue at a time. Okay, so just one small section at a time. Then when you're finished, we're going to get our colored paper and we're going to paste our colored paper onto the glue. Ta-da! And here we have our finished worksheet. And we've used all our different colors to color in our tools and make them look very, very beautiful. We've used lots and lots of little small squares to color them in. When you've finished coloring your tools, ta-da! So here we have our finished worksheet and we have all our tools colored in. Now when you've finished coloring in all your tools, what we want you to do is trace the words below. Now this says tools.
Tools.
So you're going to use a pencil to trace this very beautifully, and then you're going to put your number in the circle top corner. Okay, now when you've finished, don't forget to take a photo so me and Teacher Bo can see all of your beautiful work. Okay, good job today everyone, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.